$1,000 bonds here, $5,000 bonds here, and here you come in wearing a Louis Vuitton jersey? Really? Really?
And right out the gate, Judge Flea wastes no time. Probable cause found, bond revoked. This is what happens when you play Monopoly with felonies and land on go to jail.
After all the money that the county has spent on representation for you, you're coming in here with Louis Vuitton jersey? Oh, this is wonderful. Have we done a TRAS?
So he has a prior TRAS.
Hold up, 10K in bonds, luxury fashion, and a rap sheet with DWIs? It's giving bad decisions in designer drip. But here's a real legal takeaway. Money can't buy you leniency if your actions keep flexing recklessness.
But I think it may have expired and we'll need to.
And the prior one recommended like that. But you're
One way or the other, it's going to stop. All I'm asking you to do is be clean. That's all. It's got to happen one way or the other. Do you understand, Mr. Hunter? You now stand charged with, again, with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 12-month deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But you can't tell people it was dismissed. It's not dismissed. It's if you complete it successfully, you don't end up with a conviction. For you to complete this successfully, you must do an effective decision-making class, a gun safety class, and a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. Forfeiture of the weapon, no drugs, no alcohol, 40 hours of community service instead of the community service. If you do a parenting class.
Quick legal decoder. Deferred adjudication is basically probation with a magic eraser if you behave. But mess up, and that clean record fantasy, gone faster than your bond money at the clerk's office.
I will consider the 40 hours of community service waived. I would like the TRAS done pretty quick. Like, okay, that'd be great. Yeah. Since he's here, it's probably the best thing to do. Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. You are stuck with this until you complete it successfully or it gets revoked. I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Hunter, that I can hold you for up to 3 years. We will do everything in our power to ensure that you get clean and remain clean. Do you understand? You hear me? How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty. I'm going to withhold that for 12 months. We're going to send you now for a TRAS. You can come back. We'll see what it says and we'll go from there. Okay?
Judge, without going too far into attorney-client communications, I have admonished Mr. Hunter that if he violates any term of the deferred, that the state can start a motion to adjudicate where he would have a hearing in front of you, and you can sentence him up to the year in the Harris County jail.
If you violate this agreement, glad you said that because I forgot to say.
Okay.
If you violate this agreement by not doing what you're supposed to be doing, by testing positive, picking up a new case, having a gun, a warrant will be issued because we will file a motion to revoke your probation. We will have a hearing here. And if they prove it to me, you are facing a year in jail. Do you understand? But me, I'm not interested in jail. I'm interested in having you be clean. And we will do that however it can happen. If you're able to do it on the outside, wonderful. If you're not able to do it on the outside, we have facilities available for you at no cost to you. Do you understand? Now is the time. Okay, good luck.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. You are
This is your official don't mess up moment. The judge lays it all out, violate the terms, and it's not just a slap on the wrist. It's a full-on motion to revoke, hearing, and potentially a 1-year trip to the county hotel.
Mr. Coombs.
The Cruz.
Mr. Coombs, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense.
Una ofensa
You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine.
de $4,000.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Derecho a mantenerse
Anything you say can or will be used against you.
será usado en tu
You have the
contra.
right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On April 5th, 2025, in Harris
5
County,
de abril de
Texas,
2025, con el
law
programa
enforcement
de
officer
los
saw a
cristianos,
truck fail to
vio
signal
un
at the
camión
left
que
turn
no dio su
and drive on
señal
the
a
wrong
voltear a
side
la
of the road.
izquierda y manejó
Law
en el
enforcement
lado
officer
equivocado
initiated a
del
traffic
retén.
stop and made
Hicieron un
contact with the
alto,
defendant.
hicieron contacto
Law
con el
enforcement officer
acusado.
observed signs of intoxication
Observó
and called for a
señales de
second law enforcement
ebriedad,
officer to
llamó
conduct a
al segundo
DWI.
oficial para que le
That
hiciera
law enforcement
pruebas de
officer
campo.
observed red, watery, bloodshot eyes,
Observó los ojos rojizos,
strong odor of
un
alcohol,
fuerte olor de
poor
bebida
balance, and
alcohólica,
slurred speech.
poco
Law enforcement officer placed the
equilibrio
defendant
y
in
el
custody
habla
and searched the defendant's vehicle,
afectada.
revealing a
Hicieron,
phone
I'm
copy.
sorry, can you repeat that?
The law enforcement officer
El
placed the
oficial de
defendant
policía
in
puso la
custody
acusada bajo
and a search
custodia
of the defendant's
y de un
vehicle
registro
revealed
del
a phone
vehículo,
cup and alcoholic
una
beverage.
bebida alcohólica.
Standardized field sobriety
Hicieron las
tests
pruebas de campo
were conducted,
y
and the law enforcement
el
officer
oficial de
observed 6
policía
out of 6
observó 6
clues
de
on the
6
HGN
pistas
test,
del
4
HDN,
out of 8 on
4
the
de
walk
8 de
between
caminar y
rear and
voltear y
one
2
leg
de un
stand.
4 de parar en una
The
pierna.
defendant refused to provide a
El
specimen,
acusado
and the blood
rehusó
warrant
dar
was
una
obtained and
prueba que
executed.
hicieron.
Since 2017, DWI, assault,
Agresión,
late last year evading arrest in a motor vehicle, and now another DWI.
otro. Jarebe.
If you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail, what happens?
¿Qué sucede?
Mr. Coombs.
Holmes?
No, no me porto.
They will deport me.
Right. I don't know what I need to do to
Okay.
keep my streets safe. But if I find that you, one iota,
Un chiste.
do anything to break these bond conditions, I'm going to make your bond so high you will have hair falling out. Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
I would
Understand.
figure that it's elementary that you're not tapping alcohol in the car while you drive.
Alcohol.
I am now taking away your privilege to drive, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I will blow a gasket. I can have a contempt hearing, and every time you drive,
Cada vez
you can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine.
6 meses.
Do you understand?
Él entiende. I understand.
Not to
Se le
consume
ordena que no consuma
illegal
alcohol
drugs.
o drogas.
On one ankle, I'm going to put a scram monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol.
Asegurarme que usted no
On your other ankle, you will get a GPS monitor, and I'm giving you a curfew because I do not want you out in the middle of the night. And if I find that, like I
de
said,
la calle.
Any
En medio de la noche, perdón.
of these conditions are broken,
Pero que cualquiera de
into
estas
jail you will go
a la
with a
cárcel.
bond that will hit the nubes.
I understand.
I am sending notice to
When the judge says, I will blow a gasket, you know we've reached DEFCON 1. GPS, alcohol monitor, curfew, ignition lock. This man just got more tracking than a NASA launch. And spoiler, this isn't punishment. This is protection for the public and himself.
DPS now that I am placing a restriction on you that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. Every single
Cada
officer in this state
en
will
este
know
estado sabrá
that if you get pulled over and you don't have an interlock, into jail you will go. Because the document we're sending now to DPS notifies every officer that you're
Cada
not
oficial.
allowed to drive without an ignition interlock in the car.
gato en su carro.
Do you
Lo
understand?
entiende. I understand.
The worst possible
Peor.
thing you can do in the short life that we
Hacer-
have, Mr. Coombs, is get into a car and drive.
Irse en un carro y manejar. I understand.
Judge, what was the curfew?
9 to 6.
9, 6.
You're ordered not to consume alcohol,
Mira que no,
illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication.
medicamentos no
You will be
recetados.
randomly tested.
Van a hacer
If
pruebas
you test positive for drugs, alcohol, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody.
revocará.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Newley. If he tells me that he cannot get a hold of you, if you pick up a new case, if you become a danger to my city, you know what happens.
Sabe lo que va a suceder.
Do you understand?
¿Te lo entiende?
Entiendo.
I understand.
And, or 12.
Dismissed.
And be part of the.
Okay. Mr. Bloomer, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Just don't go back to this place, man. It's not hard. You
I
know?
go there and I catch my trips and I buy my food, but those people are so crazy. They keep harassing.
They don't want you there, man. Every time you go there, you're going to get arrested.
Don't do nothing. Why am I not able to go there?
They don't want you to go there.
That's where I catch my flights.
They still have the right to say, we don't want you there. So don't go there. If you have a flight, that's a different story. But if you don't have an actual flight, just don't go.
I'm freely able to come there. Why would somebody tell me I'm not able to come to a public business that I've always been able to come to since a long time ago?
Because if you don't have business there,
I
they
do. I
can
always
still.
have business there. I'm not there just going there. I always have business there. I either catch the bus, I go to the food court, or I catch a flight.
Mr. Bloomer, I'm asking you not to go back. There are plenty of other places that you can go to get food, water, clothes, whatever you need.
Okay, and I'm
Don't.
fine with that, but I'm asking, why am I saying that I can't go there?
Because they've trespassed you there before.
It was
And it-
dismissed. There was no fault.
You listen to me for just 2 seconds. They've trespassed you before, so you know that they don't want you there, number one. Number two, they're saying that you're allegedly looking into cars to potentially breaking into them.
No, sir.
I get it,
I don't
that's why you're not
feel like
charged
it.
with it.
I don't steal out here. I'm the only guy that spends money some days out here. I've spent more than $1 million in Houston, Texas. I have no reason to steal from anyone. But if you want to check anything you want, I don't steal anything. All my clothes are brand new. Everything I buy is brand new. I have no reason to steal. I catch flights, everything. I've never stolen anything out here in my life. Now, those people, they keep harassing me. That's what I'm telling you. I catch my flights there. I already have a case dismissed there. They will not leave me alone. If I come there and I catch my flight and I sit down, wait for my flight, they'll even walk up to me, watching me on the camera, like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, yeah, I'm just catching my flight. And they're like, okay, cool, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Or then they'll just walk up to me and they'll be like, hey, what are you doing here? I just came from the food court. I'm getting ready to catch my flight. Well, you got to catch your flight right now. If you don't pay for it right now, then you have to leave now. I'm like, why are you going to force me to hurry up and pay? I'm going to pay it right now. I just went and bought my food at the food court. I'm never doing anything there. I'm not a troublemaker here, and I don't need anyone making me seem like a troublemaker. I'm a college student, and I started college at 16, sir.
Don't go back while this case is over.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm asking you to do.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
After the case is done, if you have a flight, then by all means. But I'm going to tell you now,
Sir.
every time you go back, the same thing is probably going to happen.
Yes, sir.
So I'm saying either go to the other airport, there's 2 other ones that you can go to, or find another way.
Thank you so much.
Every time you go there, the same thing is going to happen.
Yes, sir.
So why let it happen?
Yes, sir. I just didn't know. The only reason why I went back the second time is because the first time was...
No. I don't want you to say something that hurts your case. Don't.
Yes, sir.
I will give you a lawyer now. You can talk to the lawyer, and we can figure out where to go from here.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have bond conditions created just for you to sign, promising us you're not going to go back. And after that, I'll let you talk to the lawyer, and then you guys figure out how we go from here. It's just don't go back.
But thank
You know, there's so many other places in the world that you can go to. If you go back, this is going to continue to happen.
Yes,
I
sir.
know you have better stuff to do than to come here.
Yes, sir.
You know, I do too. They forced me to come. All right, ready?